Hello guys, welcome back. And today I am start a new topic. This is called design set data structure. Okay, and this is a module 3, and this is the last topic. And you know the term the design set data structure. So that's it means that before going to more detail about the design set data structure, we need some knowledge about the set theory. So today I am discuss with you the basic concept of set theory, and I know you have already learned the set theory in your mathematics. So I'm just recap you the what is the set theory, the definition, the notation, and the different working set with the set, and discuss about the. Okay, so let's start the definition of the set theory. Actually, set is a well-defined collection of distinct objects, also known as the element. So, what is element? Each item in the set is also called an element. Okay, and the object or the element may be any kind of, maybe the different types of letter, maybe the different types of number, maybe the it's a people, maybe it's a river, maybe if it's different types of birds. Okay, or anything. So you can see the example. If we consider that A is a set, and this is a contain all the natural number. B is a set, also contain all the primary in colors like red, green, blue. And Z, if considered as a set, as contain all the integer number. Okay, so these are set, and it contain the different types of groups of object or the elements, you can say. So next, the notation. What is notation? So what are the notation we are using in the set? Actually, the object of the collection should be written within the braces, curly braces we are using. And we will also use a variable to represent a set. You can see, if we consider A is represent the A is a variable, and it represent the whole set. You can see, if we consider B is the we want it's a variable, and it represents the set of all the primary color. J also a variable, and it represents the collection of all the integer number. Okay, so we are using just we can using the variable to represent a set, and also we the all the elements of the same set are written within the curly braces. If there is no element within the or the object within the curly braces, this is called the empty set or the null set, and the notation we are using the phi. Okay, and you can see here we are also using this symbol is called the belongs to, or that means is an element of. So if we consider A is a set of the number 1 2 3 4, and if we uh, just define using the notation that is 2 belongs to A, then we are using the symbols that it defines that the 2 belongs to the set A. Okay, so this is the symbol we are using to define the element is belongs to the this set. And this is the this symbol we are using for the notation that if there is no element or no object in the set, in the within the curly braces, so this is also called the null set or the empty set. Okay, next is the subset. What is subset? A subset of a set A is another set that contain only element from the set A, but may not contain all the element of A. What does it mean? Okay, let's take one example, or let's see the example. That is, if we consider a set of all the even numbers. Okay, and if we consider B is a set of the element contain only the three element, that is 2 4 6. And you can see, if B is a subset, if we say that B is a subset of A, that means we using this symbol, it defines that written using the symbol, that is B is a subset of A. And what is proper subset? The proper subset is a subset that is not identical to the original set. It contain the fewer elements. That means, if we mention that B is a subset of A, that means B is not contain all the element of A, but it contain some element which is belongs to A, also belongs to B. Okay, so then we can using this symbol we can define that B is just proper subset of A, but C is not subset of A. Why? Because we define that A is a set of all the even numbers, but you can see the C set there is an odd number, that is 3. So we cannot say that is C is a subset or proper subset of A, but we can say B is a subset of C. Why? Because you can see the C contain 2, 3, 4, 6, and B contain 2, 4, 6. So that means the all the elements present in B also present in C, but all the element present in C not present in A, because 3 is an even not even number, this is an odd number. So we cannot say that C belongs to or C is a subset or proper subset of A. And using the symbol you can see we mentioned that B is the subset of A, proper subset of A. We define using these symbols. And normally you can say if X belongs to B and X belongs to A, that means just mathematical notation. This is if X in some element X, whatever the element which is belong to A, then also belong to B, then we can say B is the proper subset of A. But if X not belongs to B but belongs to sorry, if X not belongs to A but belongs to B, then we cannot say the B is a proper subset of say. And this is the example, that is C contain the sub is not a subset, because or the X element X, this is belongs to C not belongs to A. So that's why you cannot say that C is the subset or proper subset of A, but B is a proper subset of A. So this is the concept of the subset and the proper subset. Okay. Next হচ্ছে working with the set. Working with the set like uh, sorry, uh, so working with the set, like there are different types of operations in the set, like union, intersection, relative complement, and the complement. Okay, so union, like this is also called the addition. You can say this is also called the addition, and we are using to define the this symbol to define the union operation. This is the capital U. You can also say, and the union is one kind of addition. Like if we consider A and B is the two different set, and when we are applying the union operation in the both set A B, then what will be the resultant set? You can see the mathematical notation is that says that if X is an element belongs to A union B, if X belongs to A or X belongs to B or both. That means when we are applying the union operation in the set two different set, the resultant set contain the element which is also belong to A or belong to B or belong to both. So if you can see 2 4 belongs to the say both the set A and B, and 1 3 5 belongs to only set A, and 6 8 10 only belongs to set B. So the resultant set contain all the elements belongs to A and all the elements belongs to B, and the both the elements also belongs to it, but the resultant set contain only the single element. It does not we can does not mention the twice. That means the 2 and 4 also belongs to both A and B, but we are just written in the one times single element. So okay, so that means that when we are applying the union operation in the two different set, the resultant set contain all the elements belongs to A and all the elements belongs to B, and also the both the elements also belongs to A and B. So this is the resultant set after applying the union operation in the two different set. Next is intersection. What is intersection? Intersection operation defined using these symbols. And this is or another thing is that you can say the union means the AND operation. Okay, and sorry, the OR operation, like both the cases, that is the OR operation, like the elements also belong to A and B, or both the cases all contain the resultant set. But intersection is one kind of AND operation. That means when we are applying the intersections, then if the within the two different set, like set A and B, and the resultant set contain only those element which is common to both A and B, and this is a mathematical notation. That means X belongs to A intersection B if X belongs to A and X belongs to B. That means intersection means you are applying the AND operation, and you know the AND operation means that is the both the cases are true, either or nor. This is when the A is true or B is false, but A false, B true, or A true and B true. This is then all the output will be the true is the OR operation. Okay, so union is the one kind of OR operation, and the intersection is AND operation. So you can see the result that A is the and B is a two different set, and the resulted set contain 2 4. So you can see the 2 and 4 both the this both two elements are common to the different set A and B. So that's why the resultant set contain the intersection of AB. So intersection means the common to all. Okay. Next which is relative complement. What is relative complement? Relative complement means if union is like addition, relative complement is a bit like the subtraction. So that means the union, we can you can see the union is on like one kind of addition, and the relative complement is one kind of subtraction. So, for examples, if we consider A and B is a two different set, and when we are applying the subtraction like A minus B, then the resultant set contain the 1 4. Why 1 4? It means that when we are applying the relative complement, the resultant set contain those element which is present the set A is not present in set B. Okay, that means we are just you can see the first set and take out every element that appeared in the second set as well. That means those element which is present in B but not present in A are present in the output. Okay, sorry. The element which is present in A are not present in B. When we are applying A minus B, then the output set contain those element. But when you can see when we are applying the B minus A, that means those element which is not present in A B also present in A B present in A is not the output set. Okay, not so it contain the null set. That means again I repeat, that is the relative complement. Relative complement means one kind of subtraction operation. So if there is two different set A and set B, and when we are applying that is A minus B, that means the first set A and the second set B, and the result set contain those element which is present in A not present in B. This is the relative complement. Okay, and we find out the element that is 1 4 present in A not present in B when we are applying A minus B. But when we are applying the B minus A, the resultant set contain null. Why? Because you can see those element 2 3 4 present in B but also present in A, but 1 4 present in A not present in B. So B minus A is contain null set. So that's why we can written here that A minus B not equal to B minus A. So that means the relative complement means those element when you are applying the A minus B, that means the resultant set contain, you start with the first set and take out every element that appear in the second set. So one by one you have to take out from, just take the first set and just compare with the second set, and one by one take out from the first set which is common to both. This is the simple logic. Again I repeat, you just when you are applying A minus B, you take the first set, okay, and compare with the second set, and if both the element is common, just take out from the first set, and the final result will provide which is not present in the second set. So this is the relative complement. Next, complement. What is complement? Complement of a set A contain everything that is not in set A. The complement is in notation a bar or a complement or the tilde a. These are the complement. Okay. Next, which is universal set. What is universal set? Universal set is a set which contain all the elements or objects of other set, including its own element. Like if we consider A, B, C, both are the different set. A, B, C. There are three different set, and the universal set is contain all the three set A, B, C, all the elements present in A, B, C. Okay. And so the universal set actually the set which contain all the element or the object of the other set. So this is the universal set of A. When we are combining A, B, C, then universal set contain all the elements of present in A, present in B, and present in C. You can see also the some elements are common to all these three different set, but we are written here only once. Next was a Cartesian product of set. The Cartesian product of set, Cartesian products, when you are applying the A cross B in the two different set, the Cartesian product, the resultant set contain the if we can see that A cross B is equal to AB. That means the A is the every element of set A, comma B is the every element of set B. That means when we are applying the Cartesian product to different set, the resultant set contain the combination of the both the element A of first element, all the element of A with all the element with B. Now you can see first it contain 1 4 1 5 1 6 comma 2 4 2 5 2 6. So the Cartesian product means the Cartesian product is a set AB written is in A cross B, and it contain all the elements. That means A is every element in A, and comma B is every element of B. Okay. Next হচ্ছে Venn diagram. What is Venn diagram? Venn diagram হচ্ছে it is a diagram that shows all possible logical relations between a finite collection of different sets. Means we can just pictorially using some circles we can pictorially represent the notation we have already using, that's a union, intersection, all these things. Okay. It's a one kind of just diagram. It shows the possible logical relation between the finite collection of different, and you can see more clear. That is, if we consider this this all this is the universal set, and A and B the two different set, and when we are applying the union operation, then this contain the union of this is define the union of all. Okay. That means it is also clear to us that if you can see here there are 9 different pictures are there. So this total box is rectangular box is called the universal set. Okay. And A and B are the two different set. Okay. When we are applying the intersection, that means this is A and this is B. So intersection means common to all. So this section common to both A and B. So the green shaded define that this is the part of intersection B. Next, this is set A. This is set B. When we are applying the union operation, that means it contain all the element of A and B also both. So this green shaded defines that this is the union. Okay, union operation. Next, A complement. What is A complement? A complement which is not present in A. This is called the A complement. Okay, you can see in the definition of the complement section. So, if you consider this is set A, if you consider this is set A, then A complement me which is not present in A. That means outside of A, and universal set contain all the A and A complement both the elements. So you can see this. If we consider this is the universal set, and A is a A belongs to the universal set. Okay. And the complement of A means the outside of A, so which is not present in A. So which is not present in A, that means the outside of A, that is all the green shaded defines that this is A complement. Next, A intersection B complement. A intersection B complement means which is common to A with B complement. So this is B. B complement means both outside of the B, that is which is not present in B. So that means if we consider this is B, and B complement means the outside of the B, that means which is not present in B but the present in universal set. After that we are applying the A with the intersection with B complement. So then we are finding out that this section is common to A and B complement. This section is common to A because this total section is contained A, and B intersection means outside B. The this total circle contain A, and B complement means such outside of B. And after that we are applying the intersection. So which is common to A intersection B complement? This green shaded signal, green shaded part is common to A intersection B, B complement. Next, when you are applying the A intersection A complement intersection B, so A complement intersection B means this is A, So outside A, you know, the outside A, when A complement means outside of A. So this, oh, whole these things is A complement. And after that, we are applying the intersection of B, and B contain this part. So B contain this part, and A contain all the part outside of A. And when we are applying the intersection, so this is the common part for both A complement and B, because oh, this total is also contain A, B, A complement, B complement. But when we are applying the A complement B in A complement intersection B, then this shaded part define that this part is the A intersection B. That means this total part is B, and when we are applying the A complement outside of A, and then we are applying the intersection that is common to A complement and B in these sections. Next, we are applying the A union B complement. So you know the B complement means the outside of B, and when we are applying outside of B, and A contain all these total circle, and when we are applying the union operation, union means it is the collection of both A and B complement and both the common part. So the common part of B complement A is this section, and this is A, and this is outside of the B, that is B complement. So the green shaded define the A union B complement, and just same as the A complement B is just opposite to this A union B complement, and the opposite of A complement union B. And when we are applying the A union A complement union B complement is equivalent to A intersection B complement. That means this is the intersection. You can say this is the intersection part. When we are applying the complement of A intersection B, that means it contain all this green shaded except this one. Okay. And when you are applying the A union B intersection, A union B intersection means A union B means this green shaded, and this complement part is the outside the this is the white shade. So here the A union B intersection, A union B total whole complement is defined is in the green shaded. Okay, so this is the picture of the we are using the Venn diagram to show all the possible logical relation, and this and then we are just defining the finite collection of different set. Okay, so next video we are discuss about the what basic concept of the design set. Okay, so thank you.